The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror opened June of 1994 at Disney's Hollywood Studios, called Disney-MGM Studios at the time. It quickly became a guest favorite due to its unique mix of immersive theming and innovative ride design. But did you know one of the original concepts for the ride would have been a trip through the films of Mel Brooks, and that for a brief moment they actually considered letting people stay the night in the tower? Here are 13 spooky facts about the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Number 1.
Frankenstein.
One of the first ideas for this attraction was called Castle Young Frankenstein.
It's pronounced Frankenstein.
A ride based on the film from Mel Brooks. It would have been a scary and funny ride set in the back of a new land, themed like a Bavarian village with winding streets leading to the castle's drawbridge. Later, the idea was changed to Mel Brooks' Hollywood Horror Hotel. A decision was made to make the ride vehicle an elevator car that travels off its hinges, but eventually Mel Brooks left the project. For a brief moment, Disney Imagineers even considered having real hotel rooms set inside the attraction where guests could stay the night. Number 2. Imagineers had considered including the Twilight Zone in some way for the park's opening in 1989, either in a sequence within the Great Movie Ride or the Superstar television show. When it came time to pick a new property to base their Drop Tower attraction on, this seemed like a perfect fit. Imagineers viewed all 156 episodes of the original Twilight Zone TV show for inspiration. Although there wasn't an episode about a Hollywood Tower hotel, many aspects of the attraction were directly inspired by the show. The library and ride exit are littered with allusions to different episodes, including the ventriloquist dummy from the episode Caesar and Me. Number 3. The architecture of the tower was inspired by multiple Southern California landmarks, such as the Biltmore Hotel and the Mission Inn. This was to fit in with the eclectic style of the new Sunset Boulevard leading up to the attraction. The back of the building was specifically designed to blend into the skyline as seen from Epcot. The color and roof line was chosen to match the architecture of the Morocco Pavilion as viewed from within the park. Number 4. As you enter the exterior queue, you'll pass through the hotel's gate. There, a sign shows that the building was condemned on October 31st, 1939. That's when lightning hit the building in the backstory, right on Halloween night. The outdoor queue area features songs of the era like Inside by Fats Waller and Mood Indigo by Duke Ellington. Number 5. After reaching the entrance, guests enter a decaying lobby, locked in time. You can see a table setting with rotting food, a copy of the Los Angeles Examiner dated October 31st, 1939, abandoned suitcases at the front desk, and an unfinished game of Mahjong. Some of the sculptures featured in the lobby are the work of 19th century sculptor Augustus Moreau, including the centerpiece owl. By the concierge desk, there is a 13 diamond award from AAA, but the highest real AAA rating is 5 diamonds. Number 6. Guests enter the library for the ride's pre-show. Among the various props in the room, you can find a hidden nod to Mickey Mouse and a piece of sheet music for the song What? No Mickey Mouse? There's a book on the shelves titled To Serve Man, taken from the Twilight Zone episode of the same name. And the fortune-telling machine that tormented William Shatner in the episode Nick of Time can be seen on the top shelf. The pre-show video was directed by Gremlins filmmaker Joe Dante and incorporates footage from the old show with new footage shot specifically for the attraction. Number 7. Since Rod Serling passed away in 1975, footage of him was utilized from the episode titled It's a Good Life for his appearance in the pre-show.
Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a map of the United States.
Voice actor Mark Silverman did an impersonation of him for the pre-show and ride's narration.
Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator.
Since Serling's likeness was used, there is a paycheck waiting for him mixed in with the various knickknacks along the wall of the library, just in case he manages to come back one day. Number 8. The idea for 5 unfortunate souls being lost in another dimension after lightning hit the elevator was inspired by the Twilight Zone episode titled Little Girl Lost. In the episode, a little girl falls through the wall behind her bed into another dimension. Her family can hear her voice, but are unable to see her. Also, if you look closely, the little girl in the pre-show video is holding a Mickey Mouse doll. Number 9. The little girl can be heard singing the nursery rhyme, "It's Raining, It's Pouring," during the pre-show when the family is struck by lightning. This would have been a new song at the time, with its first recording having come out in 1939. The first 2 lines had appeared in a Mother Goose book in 1912, but they weren't put to music until the same year that the ride's backstory takes place. Number 10. The corridor scene, where the lost souls beckon you to join them, uses the same type of technology used to make the ghosts appear semi-transparent in the ballroom scene for the Haunted Mansion. This method is called Pepper's Ghost and is accomplished by reflecting an image onto an angled piece of plexiglass. Also, this hallway uses forced perspective to appear larger, but is really only 6 feet deep, and the back wall is only 4 feet tall. Number 11. The elevator car guests sit in is actually an autonomous guided vehicle. For the part where the car moves forward into the 5th dimension, it separates from the elevator shaft and moves on its own, using wheels below the car. It does not ride on a track. Instead, it follows a predetermined path using antennas to sense a hidden wire embedded in the floor. When moving into the drop tower, our car actually parks itself within another elevator car that takes it up and down. Number 12. In order to achieve the weightless effect Disney Imagineers wanted, cables attached to the bottom of the elevator car pull it down at a speed slightly faster than what a freefall would provide. 2 enormous motors are located at the top of the tower, measuring 12 feet tall and 35 feet long. They weigh 132,000 pounds. They're able to accelerate at 15 times the speed of normal elevators. And the design for this faster-than-freefall elevator was created in part by Otis Elevator Company, the world's oldest manufacturer of real elevators. They normally focus on downplaying the falling sensation, but were asked to play it up in this case. And finally, number 13. The current incarnation of the ride utilizes computers to select random drop sequences, meaning that no 2 rides are ever the same. But it wasn't always this way.
And suddenly a light bulb went off, and we realized, wait a minute, we have created an attraction that can be reprogrammed.
The attraction opened in 1994 featuring only a single drop. In May of 1996, a second drop was added. A third drop was added in 1999, along with new music and lighting effects. Advertisements at the time referred to it as the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, fear every drop. The version we have now opened in 2002, introducing computer-controlled drops to the ride so no 2 experiences are the same. So now, the tower is in control. That's all for now. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you'd like to see more like this. Leave a comment with a ride you'd like me to explore next. Thanks for watching. See you next time.